What's up, everybody? This is Slab City TV, and today I am with
Sara.
Sara. Sara, you are from Slab City, right?
Yes.
You live in Slab City?
Yes, I do.
Now, I seen Sara in Calipatra. You're getting your PO box.
Yes.
That's because the post office burned down, right?
Yep.
How long have you been living in Slab City?
I've been living there for about a month now.
You're brand new,
Yeah.
fairly new. Okay,
I know a lot of people that are from Slab City or stayed in Slab City for the season.
okay. So where do you come from?
Well, I've been living on the road for the past 2 years.
Okay, you consider yourself a nomad?
Nomad, drifter, traveler.
Yeah. So what part of the United States have you been traveling?
Mostly the East Coast for the past couple
So
years.
you're from the East Coast.
Yes.
So you lived in the East Coast.
Yes.
Okay. How did you hear about Slab City?
I've known about it since I was young. I mean, I've always been traveling and stuff, so
Yeah.
I've known about Slab City. Always known people that have visited, came to Slab City.
Yeah. Okay. So why did you become a nomad?
Society seems to be a tough place to fit in these days.
Right. So you're having issues, right?
Work and, trying to be the person I want to be, which I wasn't able to for a long time. Slab City really gave me that opportunity.
Okay.
So,
And you've been traveling in the vehicle you have right there?
well, I traveled on some buses with other people for a while, different vehicles,
Right.
sometimes just my backpack.
Right. So okay. So you've been in Slab City for only 1 month. Do you plan on staying there for a while?
Oh, yeah, I plan on being my home base, if you will.
Okay. Are you staying in a specific camp right now, or you just kind of landed anywhere in Slab? Or is there a specific camp in Slab City where you're staying at?
There, I bounce around. I always have, and that's what I love about Slab City.
Yeah.
And I like it because I can go at one camp for a while, then go to another one.
Okay.
So even
But you're not stationed in a certain place quite yet.
no, and I don't know if I ever will be.
Okay. Okay. And so have you had any problems in Slab City as for the 1 month that you've been there?
Yeah,
far?
yeah, but yeah. I mean, I just had my dog stolen, got her back.
Okay. I think I might have seen a post. What's her name?
Her name is Siren.
Uh, did you post it on Facebook?
No, but I
No?
think some people did for me.
Oh, okay. Because I did see a post on one of the, I think it was Slab City Chatter or something. I think
Yep.
it was something about a missing dog. I don't know. If that
Yeah, well, there's a lot of great people, so I was reassured. Don't worry, you'll get your dog back,
Okay.
and I think the people heard right away, so I got her back. It was great.
So, do you mind telling us what city you were from on the East Coast?
I'm from Massachusetts.
Oh, wow. I actually interviewed somebody from Massachusetts. He's a snowbird. He comes during the winter.
Yeah.
And he already left. Yeah, he comes like during November, October, December, right when it's kind of chill, cool down here,
Yeah.
and then when it starts getting hot, he leaves.
Well, it seems like there's a lot of people from New England I run into down here.
Yeah. How many people from New England have you run into?
Probably at least 10 or 12 already.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Something about New England and Slab City.
Yeah.
What is it about New England and Slab City?
I think it's just the area with stuff going on up there. It's very difficult. It's even to have a low income job and live in there. It's pretty much impossible at this point.
So you grew up in Cape Cod, Massachusetts.
No.
Yeah.
No, I grew up in Western Mass in the small towns.
It's home of the Puritans.
Yep, and it's pretty much still that way, it seems.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually writing a paper right now on Puritan missionaries and their relations with Indians. So I'm studying like that area, Massachusetts.
It seems like, the whole religious aspect left, but the whole moral aspect stayed the same.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to visit Massachusetts one of these days.
Yeah. It's a tough state.
So it's heavily. There's a lot of religious conviction down there.
I wouldn't say a a lot of that's why I said it kind of left the religion but kept the moral aspect. So it's just
Conservative.
money. It's a lot of money. It costs
Okay.
a lot of money to live in Mass. Everything's a lot of money up there. In Mass, New Hampshire, Connecticut, just that whole area.
Yeah. So what kind of work did you do in Massachusetts?
I actually own my own heating and air conditioning business.
Really? Wow. Do you have any tools right here? Did you
Oh
bring
no,
tools?
I gave it all up.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you know, it's hot over here.
Do you see me?
Yeah.
I couldn't be this back then. This is something I held out for 30 years of my life.
Right.
You know, so.
Okay, so you just came out recently?
Well, 2 years ago is when I dumped everything off and hit the road.
Right.
I just closed my business, threw away my tools, didn't even sell them.
Really? Wow. Did you have vacuum pump,
I had
everything?
thousands of dollars worth of tools. I just.
Acetylene and oxygen tank, multimeters,
Oh yeah.
hand tools, right?
And try to tell my colleagues that I dress up as a woman and I am a woman, and
Right.
that up there, that's just.
So you just recently came out, right?
Yes.
How long ago was that?
Probably honestly, really came out was when I got the slabs.
A month ago?
Yeah, I mean I've been playing with the idea, if you will, for the past year. I want to say.
Really? Wow.
It's something that's been in me, always has.
Yeah.
But like I said, in Massachusetts, it's very hard. It's a very
So in Massachusetts,
fear-based state.
you wouldn't dare to dress as you're dressed right now in Massachusetts.
No, I mean,
You think you get stoned? Maybe
I
ridiculed.
don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I know through my own family and friends and the way I was brought up and the terminology that was used.
Yeah.
I was definitely too afraid to.
Right.
Use words in degrading manners that just
Right.
made me afraid to come out this way.
Right. Wow, that's amazing that it's only. I thought I thought that you've been like this for a while already.
No, I've been ready to.
Right.
I've been ready to be this way for a while.
Right.
My whole life, women's clothes. I loved it when my ex-wife would ask me to go shopping for her. So it never clicked until a couple years ago. It started clicking. Oh, okay. I see why I like shopping in the women's clothes better than the men's.
Yeah.
Why I like looking at the nail polish so much.
Right. So, how long were you married for?
8 years.
Okay. And you just recently divorced also?
Yeah. Yes. My.
Was it because of?
Yes. I mean.
Did you speak to your wife about it?
I didn't even know. It was just slowly coming out, and I don't know if she saw it. She just didn't like the changes that I was making.
What kind of changes? Like, were you starting to dress a little bit differently?
Yes,
Talk a little bit
I was
differently?
wearing women's clothes, pants at that time mostly, capris, shorts.
Did she say anything? You're like, hey, what the heck are you doing?
No. She would say I looked good, but in the end, she, went to other men.
Right.
So I felt like that's just she won the man, the physical aspects.
Do you have any kids?
Yes, I have kids.
Yeah. Do you talk to them?
I talked to my oldest daughter. Just started talking to me again.
Oh, okay.
She's 19. She hasn't talked to me for a couple years because we lost our children to the state.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's a whole big thing going on in the country about DCF and CPS services.
Right. You didn't do any drugs or anything like that, right?
No, I didn't do drugs. Just I was angry.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking to my daughter now, she kind of understands. We've talked because holding this thing in. We used to go to church all the time.
Really?
Oh yeah, we used to be very, very big Christians.
Wow.
Type of church we went to was very,
Right.
strict. So I told my daughter, she says, she's like, I'm surprised you came out with this. And because going to church all the time. And I says,
Wow.
yeah, Fawn, think about how hard it was for me having to hold this in.
Right.
I thought this was a sin. I thought I was born a sinner. And this
Right.
is it. I just got to live like this.
So, do you mind telling us why you took your children away?
Multiple reasons. It's just, it's hard. It's really hard. Our house wasn't finished. I was rebuilding a house and it wasn't finished. They didn't like the way the house was. I they'd smack my kids on their asses sometimes, you know, and
But
sometimes, you know, I was a little too loud.
but do you think? I mean, because that's
Do I think they should have been too late
yeah.
in a perfect world? No, you know. But right now we have this need for protection. Everybody's got to be protected.
Yeah.
Nobody can fall on their face and get hurt anymore.
So do you think that it was an exaggeration of how you were trying to discipline your kids? Like they exaggerated what you were doing.
Yes, absolutely. You know, I mean, obviously there was just everything was very exaggerated. I was trying to teach my children certain values, certain morals, and it interrupted with the system. You know, if I couldn't homeschool the children because they had to be viewable in public, as they said.
Right.
You know, and their idea of viewable in public was in school.
Wow. Okay.
So it's like just a lot of standards. It's very hard. It's like building a house, raising a kid now, where you got to have all these different permits and fees you got to pay. It's the same way, almost like raising a kid. You got to do this right. You got to do that right. You can't do this. And then you slip somewhere in between, and that's it. You know, and it's less and less free. And then it was during COVID too. Okay. So you know, there was no video court, no in-person court. It was literally over the phone. Okay. And to me, how can you have court, see somebody's expressions on the face, their sadness or their happiness? And that should all be taken in fact in the court. And there was none of that. I haven't had a lawyer in over a year. No public lawyers available in over a year. They actually had a couple motions heard without me even having a lawyer, which is supposed to be, you're supposed to have a right to a lawyer.
Right.
Yeah. So this is kind of the shift that's going on in the judicial system, I guess.
Right. Okay. So what about what kind of church did you go to? Was it Pentecostal Baptist?
Yeah, Pentecostal.
Speaking in tongues and all that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Wow. Yeah. Went to very strict churches.
Was it a big church? Because a lot of big churches.
Yeah, it was good size. I mean, it wasn't
a mega.
It wasn't a mega church. For where I'm from, it's a bigger church for Christian churches. You know, probably 850 to the congregation. So that's actually a good size up in Mass.
Wow. So did you speak in tongues? Were you baptized in the Holy Spirit?
No, I didn't. I did get baptized. I never did the speaking in tongues, which is quite ironic. I do kind of similar speak in tongues now, which is kind of funny. It's more ceremonious by fire, and I allow my voice just to flow.
Okay, tell me a little bit about that, because you went from Christian to all the way to now. What is it?
Yeah.
The occult or what?
No, I just practice nomadic. Tribal nomadic stuff.
Indigenous.
Yeah.
So you went from
New Age.
So you went from the Puritan beliefs to the indigenous beliefs.
Oh, it's way beyond indigenous. I accept everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
So it's New Age, nomadic.
That's New Age, nomadic.
And a little bit of a cult. I imagine a little bit of a cultic.
Well, I think a cult has a following. There is no following.
So, you speak. Hold on. You said something that you let.
Some people call it light language. They call it a light language.
Does something take over you and you just start?
Nothing. I don't know. It's not something that takes over you. It's what's already in you. Our spirit that's within us. Our eternal spirit that lives on forever. You know, it's just allowing it to flow through you. Almost like just shutting down your body aspect and allowing the spirit to flow through you.
Yeah. Okay. There's a whole lot of things that we could talk about here for maybe an hour or more. Your air conditioning business. You don't want to do air conditioning anymore.
No.
Because I do a little bit of air conditioning, and I every now and then I make a little bit of money. You know.
No.
I go and do some maintenance.
I'm going.
I'll check a compressor, the windings, the capacitor. You know how to do all that? Check the pressures.
I don't know how to do anything.
Not anymore.
See, I'm going through an unlearning process.
Oh, okay, so you're trying to forget about all that.
Not necessarily forget it.
The multimeters, the electricity.
It's not really forget. It's more unlearn. It's a little different unlearning.
Yeah.
So the knowledge is still there. So I can use that same knowledge to relate to something else in my life.
Okay. Cool. So